I know.
We wanted to come in and give everyone the most recent update as of today. What is today? July 5th, 2024. Friday, July 5th. We got word on Wednesday evening that our house, and I'm still going to continue to say our house because, which we'll get into that. Remind me to come back to that. But as of Wednesday, we got word that our house is no longer there. The house has been bulldozed down, and it was bulldozed down on July 1st.
Monday, right?
Monday, yes, Monday. As of today, July 5th, I called our mortgage company. The house is still in our name. It's still in Doug and Micah Race's name. I've got documentation of that. I also took it a step further. I called the clerk of courts, and I got her to email me. The deed of trust is still in your dad and I's name, Doug and Micah Race. The deed of trust, and nothing's been transferred to the city as of July 5th, 2024. When I was on the phone with a mortgage company this morning, they told me that I was still 100% financially responsible. July's payment has not been made, and we are still financially responsible for a house that the house is no longer there. It's been bulldozed down. How do you wrap your mind around this?
It's theft. There's no other way to look at it.
You cannot. You can't make sense of this. Everything about it smells wrong. It looks wrong. You just cannot wrap your mind around how this has happened and how that our family is in the middle of this. Mm-hmm. You just can't. So we wanted to give an update. I thought that was pretty massive.
Yeah, and you might as well just go ahead and lead right into people talking, or the comments that we have had. Some of the people asking that don't follow us or haven't watched the old videos.
Yes. Yep.
How is this happening? What's the situation? Well, it's happening because they made an offer that wasn't fair.
It was not.
It was not appraised correctly. So of course
we're going to fight it. Who would not fight it?
We declined. There's a bunch of clowns that are saying certain things on this, and it's basically obey the government and obey the masters, and they can take your land and do whatever they want. And it's not right.
It's not right. And I today is day 29 that they took possession of our house, and we have not received one penny. But put that aside. Put that part aside. The house is still in our name. And we're still financially responsible for a house that, no, it's not there. The house is gone. So if July's payment is not made, guess what? It goes against my credit. And then I have to go and fight to get that off my credit to prove that we no longer own the home. You just can't. You just literally can't. It just doesn't make sense to me. So we just, and a lot too. I want to say, people comment, they think you're my husband.
Yeah.
This is my son. And maybe people, maybe if people did know my whole story, they would understand the fight that's in me. Mm-hmm. And I do not bow, and I refuse to bow. I have worked. I'm not get emotional. My whole life. Mm-hmm. I've worked my whole life. I've been on my own since I've been 14 years old. Never had a government handout. We have worked our way out of poverty. My husband and I, we've literally crawled our way out of poverty. We wasn't born into anything. We've worked our tails off to get where we're at today. You just can't wrap your mind around it. So I know you were going to address some comments.
No, what I was doing is, this morning we had somebody that sent something to us, and I thought it was just really good. It says accordingly, the Fifth Amendment of the United States Constitution protects private property rights. A government can take private property for public use only upon payment of just compensation, which we haven't, and they've taken it. So they've done this the backwards. They've taken the property and then they're giving just compensation,
right,
instead of the other way around. They've tore down the house. They've treated it as if it's theirs, and
right.
It's not.
According to everything, I mean, I understand the judge ordered, right?
And then the other thing that people don't understand is there's steps to this, and whatever the original offer was, regardless of what that was and how people feel about it, that is to be freed up to pay that off.
The mortgage.
So at the very least, that happens, and then our battle carrying on with whatever we think that we should be getting out of it, and what is fair, what quite frankly is fair, and what the market should be in Pigeon Forge. That is when that comes into play.
Right, and I think that's what I can't wrap my mind around, is how the mortgage was not paid off. How was the mortgage not paid before they tore a house down? And I did the mortgage company, I wanted them to document this morning. I told them, put this in the notes that the house is no longer there. The house is not there.
Yeah.
And so they documented that.
We have some pictures of that, I'm sure.
I've got everything.
Well, I'm saying I'm sure I'll put it on the video.
One thing we have done during this whole process is we've documented everything. Everything has been documented.
and some.
And some. My God. And it's all going to come out. Literally, it will. And when I'm telling you, when you understand all the pieces to this, you will understand why we have been fighting for what rightfully belongs to our family. Somebody put in the comments, for the 99%, people are great.
Oh, yeah.
But there was this one comment that I did read, because we do read all the comments. I can't respond to everyone, but we do read all the comments. There was this one comment that said, well, you should have got closer to the strip.
Yeah.
And I did comment to that one, and I said, it was 60 seconds from the strip. Zone commercial property, prime property, that we renovated for 7 months. We spent our life savings.
And we've talked about it before in the other videos, but just to bring it back to light, the house was zoned wrong.
It was appraised wrong.
It was appraised wrong, but the zoning was wrong on the appraisal.
Yes, exactly. We
have a commercial property.
They appraised for residential.
Yes.
So who would not fight that?
There's a significant difference there. Anybody in real estate should know that. Anybody that has a brain should know that. I mean, that's a significant difference. So I hate that we even have to address these comments with people that don't.
It's common sense.
Yeah.
It's common sense. And that we're not, but anyway, so we just want, and so by the way, Monday, July 8th, I will be right back at City Hall.
Oh, and I just want to add the initial fight also, which now it's done. They tore the house down, but we didn't want, the road should have went through a field to begin with.
That was undeveloped.
It should not have did this curve the way it did to avoid a certain piece of property.
The whole thing, just put the road back where it was going. We're not willing participants in the taking of our home. We didn't want our home to be taken. This was going to be in our family for generations to come.
Yeah,
generations.
So the public use, there was other ways around it than what they did.
100%. 100%. We were watched. We were sitting ducks for it just makes you want to throw up at how let's just say it, what it is. A mayor watched us. That's facts.
Yeah.
Truth will always be your defense. And everything that we have ever said is truth.
Well, the funny thing is it's almost, when we look back at it, it's almost like he was up there licking his lips, knowing like, look, these tourist Ohioans these Buckeyes came down here, and their plot of land is the secret recipe, and it's almost as if
no more obligation. He said he had no more obligation to our family to come down and say, look, you might not know this, but there's a road coming through. He had no more obligation. But you know what I said in the last meeting 2 weeks ago? They might not have a moral obligation to the people, but I do. You want to know why? Because I have brothers and sisters in Christ there that I am obligated, not only a moral obligation, but a biblical obligation to do and to bring light to things of injustice, to bring truth to it, because the truth will always prevail in the end, and God always wins in the end.
Yeah, and we know the truth.
We know 100% the truth. 100% the truth.
It's just all in God's timing when it all.
Absolutely. So that's the update for July 5th. The house no longer is there, but it's gone. And of course, when I got that news, I knew it was, I knew that day would come, but it crushed me because, a lot of memories in the time that we did have, a lot of memories were made there.
And like I said, in that one, memories to be made.
And it's the hard work.
Well, what people
the hard work, and we're so upside down.
People fail to understand also is that obviously it would have been a piece of property sitting in a tourist area. It was going to be rented out, but that wasn't the strive for this. We always go to Pigeon Forge. Me and my wife got married there. I mean, it was this place for us to go. We have family in Tennessee.
That's
her roots, and it all came down to we want places to take our kids. It wasn't just a
rental.
Yeah, it blows my mind that that's what this is trying to get warped and manipulated into by the very, very few. But
yeah. But we thank everyone who has emailed us, came to the City Hall, July 8th, 5:30. If you want to come out, I would greatly appreciate it. Just the support, holding our hands up. People, we get, people anonymously call me, saying, don't quit, don't give up. We're holding you up. This is exactly what we need. We need somebody to bring light to the dark things. And so God chose our family. And we're so thankful.
Emails every day, news stations. It's just
we just had one reach. Yes, we had one reach out to us a couple of days ago.
Just filtering what we want to, how we want to share our story to make sure that it's truthful.
Because we stand on truth, and everything that we've said is truth. And how dare anybody say that we don't? That's one thing that I am not a liar, and everything that I've said is truth. And that's why I can speak with confidence, because it's every bit of it's truth. So come out July 8th, 5:30, Rena Street. All you got to do is, if you don't know, just Google Pigeon Forge City Hall, 5:30. We will be there. You're coming this time with me. And my daughter, because we got to take care of some business prior to that.
It's a big business.
Yeah, Knoxville. So, all right, thank you so much. And we appreciate all the support. Thank you.
Thanks.
The man who built this house, Tommy Ware, came over here yesterday, and he was emotional because obviously he built this house. He has roots in this house. He grew up in this property. This land, he grew up on the land and then built this house. And he came over yesterday and he left us something. And Dallas, I'd like for you to get it. You probably don't even know yet, but, well, actually you don't have to. Behind this Appeal to Heaven, yeah, go down there. Behind the Appeal to Heaven flag, there's a cross. And he wants that cross to stay with the property. Douglas, up. Oh. He wants the cross to stay with the property after we leave. And I told him, absolutely